Dave Olm here, Chef Todd with me. Hey, so we've got the seafood boil coming up, super excited. I think some people get a little nervous.
I think they do.
When you're dealing with seafood, especially when it's a takeaway and you got to cook it in your own home, right? So I'm fortunate I have an executive chef with me today, which I definitely need when it comes to cooking. But we wanted to create this video so you could see how simple this seafood boil is.
Absolutely.
What's great, it's got clams, it's got the lobster tail, shrimp, corn. Is that
smoked andouille
sausage and red potatoes.
Correct.
So, also you have the brine, right? So, or
the broth is all ready to go. Everything is actually ready to go for this. It's so simple, even a caveman could do it.
Sweet.
So you ready to do this?
I am. Obviously, we've got cassette burners. This would mock as your stove, right?
Well, I did this to show that you don't need a high-powered stove.
Awesome.
All you really, truly need is a burner. Any kind of burner, gas, electric, and a pot with the lid. That's all you need to do this.
Okay, great. And Chef, what do you have over here? What's in this?
We're also going to be sending a Cajun butter that they can warm up. Now, they can either just dip the seafood in it, or like we're going to do, we're going to drizzle it over the whole thing once we plate it.
Awesome. That sounds great. Let's get started. We got a limited window here.
Yep.
For the video, so
go ahead and turn this on onto high.
Okay.
And we're going to uncover it for right now.
Nope.
There you go.
See, that's why I need an executive chef to turn on my oven.
All right, we're gonna just add this real quick without making a mess. And then, Dave, if you
got some what do we got in there? We got lemon.
We've got lemon. We've got garlic. We've got fresh thyme. We've got onion. We've got some dry thyme. We've got some Old Bay and a little bit of smoked paprika.
Awesome, good stuff.
So let's take all the big items first and go ahead and put those in there.
All right, so we're just dumping them in?
Dumping them in.
All right, so I'm not going to hurt anything.
Don't splash.
Maybe splash a little bit. It's probably a little warm. Might cause some issues there. Man, this is going to be good, Chef. I like it.
And it really doesn't have to be covered so much because we're using the steam, hence the lid. So we're just going to go ahead and cap that, and we're going to wait till it comes up to a simmer, and we'll turn it down and just steam that stuff long enough to make sure it's hot. Then we'll go ahead and cook these items.
Awesome. So, and just a little note to you, all the big items we just put in already cooked, ready to go.
Correct. The potatoes have been steamed, the corn has been steamed, so you're all good to go there.
Awesome, great. And then, as we look here for the seafood, again, the shrimp, lobster tail, Chef and the team, right? So you've gone ahead and ensured that the clams are fresh.
The clams are fresh, they've been cleaned, so you don't have to do any of that. So we're going to go ahead and clean the clams, steam the clams, and then flash chill them. Like you would do, you can go to Costco and get the little cryovac ones. Yeah. We're doing that for you. The lobster and shrimp, we are going to release raw. You don't have any concerns there. It's been cut. It's been cleaned. You're really just going to steam those for 2 or 3 minutes until they're done.
That's going to be great. So nice to see that you don't have to worry if a clam doesn't open up.
Exactly.
Is there any sand in them?
Exactly.
Things of that nature. So that's great, Chef. And then obviously you've got some compliments here that we'll be adding in later.
Right. We're just going to add a little butter when we're almost done. It's going to add a little body to that broth because we're going to have all that broth and the seafood in there for dunking.
Awesome.
And then you can taste it. Up to you whether you need a little more salt, pepper. And if you have a lemon at home and you feel that you need a lemon, don't be shy. Just go ahead and squeeze that lemon in there and make it taste the way you want it to taste.
Awesome. So we're going to let this go, and then we'll be right back and kind of get you to the next steps.
Absolutely.
Putting the rest of the ingredients in. All right, Chef, so here we are. You've got your butter broken down, the Cajun butter, right?
Yeah, we just warmed that up.
Nice.
Nice and slow while we were cooking. Yeah. We've been steaming this on a low simmer for about 5 minutes now. So we're about ready to just go ahead and take that off.
Oh man, look at that.
And we're going to go ahead and turn that up. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just add the shrimp and the lobster tails real quick.
Okay, so just so you're aware, my hands have been washed. Make sure you do that before you go throwing in this stuff and not get seafood juice on you. Let's throw those bad boys in.
Yep, there you go.
And I noticed several of you have ordered double lobster tails.
It's not going to change the procedure at all. You'll just need a bigger pot.
Right. Same thing with shrimp, right?
Absolutely.
Chef? Okay.
Nothing changes based on volume except for the size of the pot that you're going to be using.
Awesome.
So
we're going to grab one of them towels there real quick.
So we're going to let this go for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll finish it up. This truly is a very quick process. We're also going to be sending you a freshly in-house baked sourdough loaf with this, so you got some stuff to dunk.
That's great, Chef. Yeah, and the sourdough, any of you that did the cart parade, you got to sample the in-house made sourdough, and I got to sample a little back in my office the other day, so Great stuff. What a great compliment to this dish.
Okay, so the shrimp and the lobster tail have been in there for about 2 to 3 minutes max.
Okay, how do we know when we're ready to get into the next stage, Chef?
So you'll see the lobster start to turn white. The shell's starting to turn red. It's a little opaque in the center.
Okay.
But we've got about 2 more minutes of cooking to go. So we want to start that process so we don't overcook it.
Awesome. And same thing with shrimp, right? As we all know, shrimp gets a little pink on the outside.
Correct. So
And through your original process, Chef, right? So you were stirring.
I gave it
occasionally.
one little stir just so the shrimp weren't touching each other so they could actually cook evenly.
Nice. And you're wanting to make sure that your lobster and shrimp are down in that broth.
Correct.
As well, right?
So when the shrimp is about looking like that, you are about 80% cooked. So now we're going to go ahead and add the clams.
Okay, awesome. By the way, clams, one of my favorites. I do love that they're already done, so we don't have to worry about any sand, because one of the worst things I get with
that
clams
grit.
is the grit, right?
That's
so
horrible.
Great stuff. So just
Juice, everything goes.
boom. Love it. Love it, love it.
Now these little suckers, we're actually just going to kind of toss around. We're going to go back up to high heat. Get it down in the broth. Everything's almost done. We're going to cap this and we're going to let it set for about 1 minute to come back to a hearty boil.
Nice, and you're going to keep this on high heat, is that right, Chef?
I'm going high heat now. We're going to bring it back up to that boil and then we'll shut it down. We're good to go. We're going to add some butter
Awesome.
to give some body to the sauce and we're good.
So along with this video, Chef, you're going to be sending out actual written
Written
instructions as
instructions,
well.
absolutely.
So if you don't get a chance to watch the video, today you're able to get the instructions that come with it, and we'll put a link also to the video.
We are gonna have
so
a
you
link.
can watch that prior to starting the process. So I'm excited, Chef.
Okay, so we're boiling hard now. Your clams are going to get warm. Go ahead and toss the butter in there.
All of that?
Up to you. I like butter.
Lots of butter. Let's
you
do it.
got it. We just want to get that down into the liquid. Move that around. And see how it's kind of thickening up that sauce just a little bit. I mean,
Yep.
it's not tightening it or anything like that, but it just gives it a little bit of body. You can look at your lobster. We're cooked there.
That's executive chef lingo, by the way.
You want to give it a taste?
Let's give her a taste. Let's get down in there. Get some of that butter in there with it. Oh, baby.
There you go.
That is some good stuff.
More salt, more pepper.
Well, I'm a heavy pepper person, but I don't want to ruin this dish for everybody in front.
But we are making this one for you, and like we
Right.
told them, make it to your taste. A little
Yep.
bit of pepper. Give it a quick stir.
And honestly, the flavor, Chef, with the broth is great. I mean, to me, didn't really need any salt. Again, I'm a big pepper person, so that's always going to lend. I could probably have a bunch of chefs kick me out of their restaurant by me putting all the pepper I do on everything.
So now we just dig everything out. And we have a pound of clams in there, so everybody's going to get like a half a pound of clams. It's coming with 4 shrimp, so everybody gets 2 shrimp.
You see how Chef's not putting my lobster tail on there. It's quite interesting.
No, you'll get it sooner or later. Just try not to make a mess. All right, so we've got that.
Perfect.
Take a ladle. Get a good amount of broth in there.
Right, so and this is built for how many, Chef?
This is built for 2.
Okay, awesome. And it's a ton of food for
It's
2.
a very hearty portion, I believe.
Man, I mean, I want to try to get you close up to this. Let me pull this up here, see if you can take a look. Is that looking awesome?
And you do like a little heat, boss.
A little bit, yeah.
So we're just going to drizzle some of that over.
Yep. Not too much heat there,
And there,
Chefy.
this is actually not super spicy. It's just
Awesome.
got a good flavor to it.
Okay, good. Well, let's get a fork and spoon.
Get a spoon,
Yep.
dig into those clams with a little bit of juice, grab a shrimp. Careful, they are hot.
Awesome. Here we go. A little juice for that. That clam. As I like to say, Chef, butter.
There you go.
Just like butter.
And as you all can see, that really took us about 7 minutes total time.
Yeah, isn't that great? And man, what great flavor. I'm going to eat this shrimp before I let it get out of my sight. Perfection.
So again, don't be afraid. Let's get those orders in and enjoy your Seafood Fest.
Yeah, Chef, thanks a lot. We appreciate all the work and your creativity to come up with this. Obviously, our smokehouse nights. I mean, you and the team have been working hard trying to get creative for the members for some additional menu options. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
And again, as Chef said, get your order in. That you don't want to pass this one up. But great thing is you can take this, right? And hold it for a couple days.
You can take this and hold it in your refrigerator for at least 2 days. So come on in for the lobster dinner and have this at home, and it's, again, just a quick, fast dinner for you at home.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Chef.
Absolutely.
Hope everybody's enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on this, obviously email myself or Chef. We'll get those answered for you. Look forward to your orders. Till next time, cheers.